Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Wallaby stream. I am your host, Dynasty Sparrow. We are here for Tier 2, not Tier 4. But that all depends on how well turns 1, 2 and 3 go. Whether we've got Tier 2 racecraft or Tier 4 racecraft. But we are in the first of the 2 races, so we've got a double header tonight. We've got 35% of going the normal way, and then we have a 25% reversed. So it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, that is also true. Reverse turn 1 will be also carnage. But hopefully not. Hopefully everyone realizes that it's not 1 in the first lap. It's actually the second lap it's 1 on. As we've got Bremer, who's out on his lap first. So he'll be coming around the course. Not sure on what the times are going to be here for pole. I think my division ran a 126 flat, if I'm not mistaken, which was pretty quick. A lot quicker than what I was. So if my understanding is correct, I believe we have a couple of people reserving tonight. So we've got Scoob in the Mercedes. It was meant to be Kirsch in the Aston, but we've actually got Dr. Mitz, which is, I believe it is SRSZ. So hopefully they both have really good races tonight. Aban was on standby, but both of the kicks have made it. Not sure if one of the kicks will bail out come the second race due to the tyre deg. But we'll go back on board with Bremer as he's flying around the course for his lap. So heading into Sector 1, he gets a pretty good, we'll go on board with his actual car, not the actual cinematic view. Comes out to the first of the multiple DRS sections here. It's got a lot of battery to play with, which is always a good thing as well. Oh, has a bit of a snap coming out of there. So that would have affected his time by probably a tenth or two. Gets a really good exit, gets the power down, puts the battery on. Comes out into Sector 2. And he takes this corner in 7. He takes it absolutely perfect. About 40 odd % battery. Gerbot has retired, but I believe that is due to, I'm not sure why he's retired actually. I'll have a geeze in a second of why he has retired. But Bremer is getting a tow from the Red Bull in front. Goes to the outside of the track. Goes around the corner in 6. He holds it. He's got 13% battery, 9% battery. Coming into the final couple of turns. This should be about a 126, it's looking like. It's going to be a 126.2 to start things off. Now, I believe Coda was our next one to actually be finishing a lap, so we'll stay on board with him. He's got 8% battery, so a bit less than what Bremer had. Does have enough. He looks like he's having a bit of a couple of snaps here and there. Not always the best, but at least it's the first lap and not the last lap. So this is probably looking more likely the high 26s, the low 27s. He goes a 126.680, so not too bad of a lap. Now we have Two-Door Gaming, who's on his lap. I know many others are on a lap. Polybent, thanks mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, it certainly does. Unfortunately, there was a lot of naughty people in Baku. But he's not the first and not the last. But we all learn from our mistakes. Shit happens. We move on. Two-Door heading down to the final couple corners as well. Broadstar now goes pole with 125.7. It's a very good time there by the Red Bull. Two-Door's looking to get in the 126s as well. It will be a 126.891. So now go on board the lobby host. Carfaniza. Yeah, Broadside is very quick. He's definitely shown the pace in this game. I know he's improved quite a bit from previous games, which is really good to see. Wolf is not doing, he's just retired. Oh, and he goes super wide. How was that not a invalidation? But that would have hurt his time tremendously. Probably now looking at a 126.9 or 127. He may pull off here and might go on the pits. No, he does not. He continues on. So just looking to set that lap to start things off. So his teammate in Dr. Mitz, so the reserve driver, around a 127.3. Not too bad. So yeah, it'll be a 127. So not the best laps, but be looking to improve by the end of it. Yeah, he was out probably doing his setup. I believe you can do an out lap, but you come straight in and box and retire. As we see, Maxi Boy unfortunately has invalidated his lap. Poms is finishing with 126.5, so good lap from him. Formula Fish is taking things a bit more relaxed. We've still got Watanabe in the pits. We've got Camilo on an outlap and Oz Gokhan on an outlap. So we'll probably stay on board with Oz Gokhan. We'll give him some screen time. And we missed Squash Josh also setting a 125.9, so that's a really good lap by him as well. Yeah, Broadstar did set a quick time, but quality's not always everything. I believe there's two different factors. One is pace and one is racecraft. So maybe his pace is there, but his racecraft isn't. But we'll have to wait and see how the race goes. I'm pretty sure everyone's made one mistake here or there over the time we've been racing. I know I have. But we move on, as I said, and it happens. People also need to learn to watch when people are on laps. As Oz Gokhan has finished Sector 1, he's obviously got a purple Sector 1 because this is his first lap. So at the start of Sector 2, he's got about 50% battery. We're starting to head towards the end of Sector 2. We've got a Red Bull who is just chilling off the track, so he must have had a big moment. Oh, Oz Gokhan goes super wide. He doesn't invalidate again. I don't know how that's not an invalidation, but again, losing a bit of time. So this will be in the low 120, probably the high 126s. Don't lose too much time. He's burning everything he's got. So it's going to be a 126.889. So that's definitely that exit there did cost him a fair bit. So he'll be looking to go again. Camilo is on his lap. He's got 12% left. He's coming to the line. It'll be 126.3. So he puts himself up to P4. So brilliant lap from the Haas. And we got Watanabe and Formula Fish are the only other, well, actually Max Boy as well, but he's in the pits. So Formula Fish is on the back. So we'll start on board Watanabe. We'll give him some screen time as well. See how he goes. So who are we thinking? Who's going to get pole tonight? Are we going to see Broadstar just absolutely nail the field, or we're going to see someone come from the back of the grid here? Also, let me know if my mic is too quiet, so I can turn it up. Or if it's perfect, that's even better. So Watanabe starts his lap. Coming down the first turn, into turn 2 and into turn 3 coming up. Got a car in front of him, so hopefully this car sees he's on a lap. Might be able to get a tow here in the back straight. Not the back straight, sorry. The first DRS zone. There's a bit of a slide coming out of that turn. Didn't hamper him too much though. He's put the battery on, put the foot to the floor. He'll come out with a purple Sector 1, I'm sure of it. shows up, if it does. May have already. Puts battery down, coming into the start of sector 2. All flat out in 7th. Takes that corner very nicely. This is probably looking like it's going to be a 126 as well. Just whereabouts in a 126, it depends on this exit coming up, because we've seen a lot of drivers go very wide. It takes pretty quick. Broadstart goes even quicker. The 125.4. Watanabe coming down the back end of... Oh no, what is that? That is a Aston Martin, and I hate to say it, that was Mr. Carl Faniza. Oh no. So that is another one, unfortunately, that has been caught on stream. So I'm sure that will be a slam dunk quali ban, which has obviously hurt not only his lap, but also Watanabe's lap. So Watanabe has box. Got aboard the reserve driver. He is increasing in his time. And slows right down there. Picks up the pace again. Because in medium, he's still got 20% battery, so he's not used quite enough of it. He's kept his battery on while he's turning the corner, which is brave. He goes super wide, invalidates, comes in and hits. There you go. Alright, we'll go on board Maxi Boy, let him set his lap. Give him some screen time. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate this time. As there should only be about 4 minutes left. I haven't actually seen, I've been keeping an eye on the clock to see how long left for quali. I assume there's only about 4 or 5 minutes left. But everyone's probably almost about to come out for their last laps. I might be completely wrong, there might be a lot more time left. Maxi Boy has a massive snap, so there you go, 5 minutes 20 left, so still plenty of time. So this is looking like it's going to be a 126. Potentially, oh no, he has a big moment, so it's going to be more like a 27. That's a 27.4, so it would have been a 26, probably a 26.9 if he didn't have that big snap, but still decent time to try and chase down, so he just jumps out the way of the 2 cars that are coming on their laps, looks like. Scoob is actually not on a lap, so we'll see if any of these boys are on a lap. Minero, no. Got an Alpine. Nope, he's not either. And we've got a Ferrari of Watanabe, so we'll go back on board with him. Unfortunately, his first lap was ruined. Let's hope that this lap isn't. This will be his final run, as he won't be able to get around again in half per lap, so this is all or nothing for him. Hopefully he can get up there in the top 8 for a 126 free to get that. Here we go. He gets down to 3rd and he's off and gone to the races. So he is starting his lap, put battery on, coming into the start of sector 1. Takes the first corner very well. Now he doesn't have an Aston in his way. The Aston's behind him, so that's a good sign here, boys. Out of these couple corners, he gets a really good exit. He actually had a snap there last time, so that's a better exit there. He's in the first DRS zone using a bit of the battery, which is good to see. Not holding anything back here. He's very close to invalidating there, but gets absolutely perfect. He's going to put the foot down and put the battery on to get an absolute great release. So coming in the start of sector 2. Holding in 7th, comes around this corner. This is where a lot of people validate if they get it wrong, but he doesn't. He gets it perfect. It's also another place where a lot of people love to invalidate their times. He gets it slow down. Oh, I don't even know how. That was so close to invalidating. But he's done it brilliantly, so he's managed to hold that car. Still have a lot of battery to play with as well. Comes around the final couple corners. Here we go. This should be well and truly in the 126s, but what time will it be? As long as he gets this absolutely right, it'll be a 126.5 with a snap of oversteer to finish his race, and that will do it for him. Unless he's put enough in the tank for 2, which it does actually look like because he's not flashing red. So I would say he's going to charge back up and go again, which is going to be interesting to see. So we'll sample with... Actually, we'll have a look because that might be Bremer first on a lap. No, he's not. So we'll go back to the reserve driver. He's on a lap. Now we've got a lot of cars in the way. This is going to be very interesting. Hopefully people are looking at their maps. Because unfortunately, yep, he's looked at it. Nice. Nice. He should move out the way as well. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. He's moved out the way. Lucky. Coming down to the end of Sector 2, obviously to the main point where everyone invalidates. Can anyone beat the time of Broadstar? 125.4. Will Broadstar go up one more notch and go potentially a 125.3? The reserve drive's up 0.4, so this is good. This will put him at about P15 stands. Oh, I know he invalidates. And that's him done. Now Bremer was pretty close behind him, and Bremer pulls off and goes in the box. Coda's now on a lap, so we'll sample with Coda. Now the Aston reserve is going around again. I don't know why, but he won't have enough time to get around, so he'll be finished. So Coda heading into the back section of the track with about 30% battery to play with, so pretty good so far. Can he make it into the 125s? Currently we have 4 drivers in the 125s. So we've got the last couple of people coming around to start their lap. Maxi Boy will be the last one to start his lap. And no, Kodo has finished his lap. Now behind him we've got Aussie Monero, who's now finished his lap as well. We've got an Alpine of Poms. So the one in front of the McLaren is that reserve driver, so he will not be able to set a lap. Poms coming down the back straight, back sector. He was increasing in his time, so this is good. This might be a really good lap by him. Can he get to the 125s? It's looking more likely. Just needs to get this last couple corners right. And we have a double Williams finishing right behind him, so we'll get on board with that straight after this. He'll go a 126.0. Shifty Wizard pulls in the box, but Formula Fish comes around the corner with a 126.7. Then we've got a Haas. Camilo goes a 126.2. Scoob is finishing his lap as well. Then we've got both kicks. We go to the kicks with Matif coming around. He is not improving his time, but then actually that's Josh. We'll go on board Josh, see if he's improving. He is. Will it be enough though? It will not be enough, but he will improve. Magic Shot pulls off that. Carl Paniza goes a 126 flat, and that will do it for our qualifying. Maxi Boy unfortunately tiring, I would say. Probably invalidating his time. There you have it. Broadstar 125.453 with Squash Josh and Bremer running at the top 3. In 4th you've got Aussie Monero, so brilliant position for the McLarens. P2 and P4 if you don't mind. Then followed closely behind is Poms, so brilliant effort by the Alpines, P3 and P5. You've got Oz Gokart in P6, Carl Paniza P7, Shifty with a P8, and the double Haas rounding out the 9 and 10. there is your qualifying grid. So everyone pretty much within 2 seconds of each other. The two obviously at the back are the ones with the quali bands because they've done something naughty, which we've just seen someone else do something naughty today. So expect another one next week. But after the two Haas's, you've got Scoob in P11, you've got Two-Door P12, Watanabe P13, Whiffmatif P14, Magic Shot P15, Formula Fish, Dr. Mitz, Maxi Boy, Gerbot, and rounding out the 20 is Uffenhoof, who is a very quick driver, so expect to see him fly through the grid. Now, what are the weather conditions going to be like? Are we going to get rain? It's looking overcast, but doesn't look like it's going to rain yet. It is a 35%er, so even if it does rain, doesn't mean everyone's going to box. Wait for everyone to pick their strategies, their tyres. It's very interesting, the strategies for this weekend, because you could go medium hard, you could go medium soft if you can make the tyres last. Although it's not the greatest strat, it does work. Go soft medium, you could go soft hard. Or it could be going medium to inters, the way that cloud looks to the left. Just over top of the comms box here. So hopefully we see a clean and tidy race, especially into turn one, lap one. Don't want to see 5 cars spun out because someone's made to make a move that's not there. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and they are off and gone. As we go into turn one, Uffenhoof is showing in the lead, which is not correct, guys. So hopefully, I have no idea what is happening with this lobby. Everyone's like fading in and out. Looks like we're playing an arcade game here. Hopefully this works it out, because I have no idea what is happening with the graphics. They're all ghosting. There we go, off and off. So they're all ghosting because the times are all stuffed up, but we look like we're good to go. I'm hoping that hasn't done anything bad. Poms, oh, that is Uffenhoof spun at the back. Poms has dropped so much, but that is your first safety car. The Pom's got a free second for corner cutting, so I'd assume that he's got either somewhere wrong in sector 1 and it's fallen back, but he also has a migraine, so that doesn't help. Now, did Uffenhoof receive damage there? He certainly did. He has no wing whatsoever. So he'll be coming to box, probably the hards and go all the way to the end. It's possible. Be an interesting strategy. Oh, we've seen a couple of people biting the bullet here. Oz Gokhan is the first one to box. Going from softs. Carl Faniza is also thinking better of the mediums now. Two-Door's thinking better of the mediums. And so is Watanabe, so is Formula Fish. So is Dr. Mitz, and Uffenhoof obviously fixing that wing. So we're going to have a lot of hard runners here. I would say they're swapping to hards. I don't think you'd be pitting to go to mediums. As we go back up to the top, so Broadstar is the leading car, followed by Squash Josh, followed by Bremer, Aussie Monero. Both of the Haas's are up multiple different positions, so they both started P9, P10, so they're 5 and 6, so excellent work by them. Obviously the ones in front probably did box in front of them, so not a bad place to be. It's going to be very interesting though. those hards will go to the end, but at what cost? Yes, you save a pit time, but now you're behind everyone else. And we all know coming from the back to the front of the grid isn't the easiest. So we'll have about 2 or 3 laps under safety car. Probably should only have 2. So this lap and next. Pretty much get underway next lap. So does anyone else react to those who box the hards? It's not looking likely. Everyone's looking like they're going to stay out, and no, one thought about it and just decided, you know what? No, I'll stick it out. We go back down the grid. Everyone is caught back up, so we're going to be expecting to go racing again next lap. Wolfenhof has caught the back as well, so this will be a very short safety car. There's your possible race strategies, which is completely wrong. Because people have boxed already. Oh, as we have a little bit of a couple of people swapping positions by accident. Going side by side. It's alright, everyone's sorted again. So we'll go to position changes because this is where a lot of people have been swapping and changing. So we've got Coda, Camilo, and Scoob all up 4 positions. You got with Magic, Maxi Boy, and Gerbot up 5, 5, 7, and 7. So pretty good effort by them. Shifty staying where he is, and obviously the top 4 staying where they are. You've got Ozgo down 7, Carl Faniza down 7, Tudor down 3, Watanabe down 3, Formula Fish down 1, Palms for the win down 13, so unfortunate start for him. The reserve driver in Dr. Mitz down 2, and Ulfanuf staying where he is, unfortunately, with that start of the race. But we should be well and truly underway this lap, I'm hoping. So we'll stay on board with Josh, who's right behind Broadstar. See if he gets caught napping. Now everyone on the hard tyres, so from P13 down, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens and how far of a gap they get by the time everyone else boxes. Josh is just trying to warm up those tyres. You see a bit of movement at the back of the grid. Don't know who that was. I think that was probably the Aston. Slightly overtaking everyone, but it's fine. Now when does Broadstar go? Does he catch Squash Josh napping? But as it stands though, this is not really going to be benefiting the McLarens because they're both in 2 and 4. Broadstar's gone, and yes, Josh has been caught absolutely napping and has a big snap, so he's out of that 1 second gap already, which is going to hurt everyone else behind him. Broadstar just needs to absolutely fire on all gears and get going. See if he can create that bigger gap. You see everyone else get through turn 1 perfectly again. But I'd expect Uffenhof to be trying for a move here on the reserve driver. He is the one who is leading the championship at the moment, I believe. As he puts the battery on, does he have enough downforce to get past him? He does not, but he does. The Aston goes wide, which lets Uffenhof try and make a move. He goes for the switchback. He does. He makes it almost work. He puts the foot down. He gets it done up to P19 with Dr. Mitz falling in right behind him. As we go back up the grid, everyone going through single file. Broadstar is currently 1.3 seconds away now, so this will hurt Squash Josh's chance of a win here if he cannot catch the back, because you'll have Bremer, you have Aussie Monero, and also Coda and all that in the DRS. So they'll be looking to make moves. Now Camilo looks like he is the faster Haas here, so what does he do? Does he stay behind? They're both on the same amount of battery. Everyone's pretty much chilling at the same amount of battery. About 40 odd percent. Oh, there's Shifty Whizzer on 60%, 70%, so he's charging up. Looking to make a move. You got Whiff Motif behind him. We got Magic Shot right behind them. As we go back up, Shifty Whizzer looks to make the move on Scoob. He's got the power, he's got the DRS, he makes the move, gets it done very easily. Goes up to P7, so brilliant move by Shifty there. But while they're fighting, they've now got a 1.4 second gap to Camilo. And Josh is falling even further behind, he's now 1.5. So he'll need to think about an undercut to try and crawl back that margin. See what he can do. You got Bremer right behind him, so he's put the power on, put the DRS on. Will he be able to make a move? Probably not. I don't think he's got enough battery to be able to pull off that move. You got both Husses. I don't think they're going to be fighting for position, considering they're out of the DRS. But with Matif, he's looking for a move on Scoob. Oh no, he's come into contact with Scoob. So that may be looked at by the stewards. I'm sure that'll be a ticket. Like someone has just turned across him, unfortunately. So he's lost out multiple positions, especially to those on those newer tyres. So Ozgokhan moving up the order. We'll go back to the tyres. Actually, we'll go to stops. We'll see who has stops. So Ozgokhan is the only one to make up a spot from that backpack who did stop early. But they need to be getting a wriggle on with the moves. Otherwise, it's not going to come into effect, especially if these front 10 run away. As we see, that gap has grown even further, 2.1, 2.2. So Broadstar is in a race of his own, unfortunately, but it can all change in the reverse race. It could be very good here, but very, very terrible at the other one. So, or he may even put it into the pit wall under safety car conditions. Not saying names. Magic Shot is on those hards, so he'll be going to the mediums at the end, or maybe the softs. Depends how long he wants to stay out for. He's probably, his best option is probably to stay out. His best option is to probably stay out for as long as he can, just in case there is a safety car. You never know, you could gain a lot of positions by that. And we have change of position here. Ozgokhan looking to make the move on Turbo. He gets it done. So he's up another position here. Unless they just actually swapped from before. No, he's up another position. So that's P11. So in a sense, he will take the lead of this race when they all box. So not a bad idea. He probably will win this, realistically, if those tyres can go to the end. It'd be hard to chase down a 20 odd second gap within 8 laps, especially with to a man like Ozgokhan. So it'd be very interesting to see if he can hold out, make a couple more moves, and then hold out Broadstar for the win. Because at the moment, Broadstar is absolutely flying in front. Then you got Bremer and Aussie Monero right behind Squash Josh. Unfortunately, the Haas drivers have lost DRS to the ones in front. Shifty Whizzer has gained on the Haas's though, so he'll be looking to see if he can reel him in. Oh, Bremer has had a massive moment. So he is falling down the order. And he gets 10 seconds for exceeding track limits, so that's not a good sign, so he'll be probably boxing. Here we go, we've got the leaders boxing now. So unfortunately the McLaren, one of the McLarens and one of the Haas have to go again. So, how far behind does Broadstar fall from Ozgokhan? That is the question. Because Ozgokhan will be the leader, and all the ones in front of Broadstar at the moment do not have to box again. Other than the mediums and Magic Shot. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. We're going to go to the leader. It is a 22-second gap. I think he's just had a big moment at the end of Maggots and Beckett's, I believe. Unless he's been tagged, but I'm sure it'd be a ticket if he was. So as it stands, Ozzy Monero is the leader. Obviously has to box. So does Camilo, so does Shifty. Matic Shot does have to box as well. So actually I got it completely wrong. It's only a 15-second gap to Ozgo Khan. Yeah, unfortunately, the game gives you that if you stay on there too long. It is what it is. Can't really fix it. Just got to keep going. Could probably get it removed. I'm not sure how that actually works. You probably have to give race director and all that. As you see, the front three are now boxing. As with Matif also boxes, so does Gerbot in front of him. So Gerbot's come from the absolute clouds to get where he was. So here we go. The order of where everyone is meant to be is starting to realign. So the only one now who needs to box is Magic Shot, and he's got Ozgo Khan right behind him. And then everyone else is free to battle with 10 laps remaining. So who has got the strategy right? Has Ozgo Khan pulled off the absolute goated strategy of all time by boxing early? Or will those tyres fall off a cliff and Broadstar be able to pull him in? It's going to be very interesting because he has to also make moves on not only Ozgo Khan but 7 others behind. So we're going to go back on to... We'll go to fast lap. So fast lap is currently Broadstar, of course. So no more of that. So everyone is now on the hard tyres. Madshot has to box. So he'll be getting undercut severely here, but those mediums, when he does put them on, or softs, will be absolutely gunning it. So the other thing is Broadstar has no DRS to play with, so he cannot DRS train with people to charge up his battery. So that will be hurting his chances of taking out the win here. I think this might have been a golden strategy call by the top, well, Ozgo Khan, Tudor and Formula Fish if they're able to hold it. Broadstar is catching up though, 5.3 seconds now to the reserve driver in Dr. Mitz, but he has also lost DRS to that. Poms for the win. As Ozgo Khan has a lot of battery to play with, so probably expect the move down the back sector, so sector 3 with the DRS. We'll see if there's anyone else battling for position here. Broadstar is within 4.7 now of Dr. Mitz. Squash Josh is in a world of his own as well. Ozzy Monero is currently holding up that backpack, so obviously helping out Squash Josh to run away. But probably expect one of the two Hasses to make a move here. Shifty Wizard is also behind them. With Matif, unfortunately, either having a moment, falling back. P16 Gerbot, Scoob. You got Maxi Boy, who's down in P19, and Bremer, unfortunate with his incident, is at the back. So it's within 3.8 of P9, but P9's unfortunately dropped about 1.6, so it's still stayed about relatively the same gap to Poms. We've only got 8 laps remaining. So for the top 9, I think this has been a very good strategy call because Squash Josh isn't gaining on any of them. The only one who is Broadstar, and he's slowly but surely gaining on him. So they've made an absolute brilliant call here by boxing early. As long as they can hold out the rest of this race, being hard, they should be able to. It's about probably 3 to 4% a lap, I would think. It might not even be as bad as I think it is. As Ozgo Khan did take the lead of the race, so probably expect Magic Shot to be dropped off any time now. He has to box though. So when does Magic Shot box, and what does he box for? Does he box with softs? Does he box with mediums? Probably at this point, if he can hold on to the back of Oz Gokhan, he'll be looking likely to go softs. Unless he's burnt every pair of them, he'll be going to mediums. Broadstar is slowly pulling in Dr. Mitz and everyone else, it looks like, because everyone else is dropping off. So he is within DRS now as soon as he gets to the end of Sector 1, but that battery is looking absolutely depleted. So does everyone else from 6 down. The Shifty Wizard and Camillo fighting it hard. Oh, they bump a little bit. They come into turn 1. Oh no, and there's been a spin. Looked like there was enough room. I'm not sure about that one. I'm sure if there's something wrong about it, it will be in the steward's office. As you now got both McLarens in a world of their own, obviously with Coda behind one of the McLarens. Go back up to the top. Broadstar has gotten a move done on the Aston. Now he's closing in on the Alpine, but the Alpine has fallen away 2 seconds from P7, so not only does he have to get past the Alpine, he then has to try and catch up now to Uffenhoff and Carfaniza. So this has actually worked very well for Uffenhoff. Having a quali ban, he had nothing to lose, might as well go for the... Yeah. I don't think he'll catch him. It's not... I don't think there's enough laps to be able to pull it off. Especially with the battery, if he gets held up by the ones behind. So it looks like he's going to be making a move here early, potentially. Or he might be just waiting for the DRS. Because he still has to clear 5 other cars and then gain 5 odd seconds to everyone else, so... Or to the leader. So he goes to make the move now. He gets it done very easily. Obviously with the 5-lap-old hards, but now he's got Uffenhoff, who is a championship leader. So I don't think he'll give up that position very easy, so... I think this is where the roadblocks will start to occur. You've got Carfaniza and Watanabe, so they are all massive roadblocks to overcome for Broadstar. Then you got Tudor in a world of his own. Magic Shot still has to box. He has dropped off from Oz Gokhan though, so I would expect him to box any time now. But he'll fall pretty much down to P15. But hopefully can make up a position or two by the end of it, as he chooses to go on again, which he's only hurting his chances for points if Withmatif can pull in that margin. The Broadstar has caught this pack, but yeah, it's one thing catching, another thing overtaking, because they are all going to be absolutely vying for positions here. So we've got 5 more laps remaining. As Watanabe is just chilling in front. Uffenhoff looked to have made a move, but he's thinking better of it. Possibly going to go for a switchback here. Can he get it done? No, he has a bit of a snap on the corner. This allows Broadstar to try and put the foot down, but he's got no battery to contest with. And we're just going to be going around again. So this is where it will all hurt Broadstar's race. So he was leading by a fair bit, but unfortunately these drivers aren't going to be giving up positions lightly. So they'll all have pretty much the same DRS. It's just a matter of who gets a better exit, who's got the better tyres. Obviously Broadstar has the better tyres, but can he make the move? He's looking at it, he's thinking better of it though. Pulls back in, goes for the move though. He's done it. He's done it. Does he makes 2 in 1 corner? No, he does not. Almost. He almost made it. It's a bit of a snap, but falls in behind Calpanizo. So that was a brilliant move by him. Almost had a 2. 2 for 1. But that, as it stands, Watanabe's sitting in a very good position, especially with the battery he's got. He's being able to just preserve his battery and not fight as much. But we have 4 laps remaining, so we're in the same spot. He's only got up 1 position. He's probably going to make the move here. Yep, he goes down the inside of Calpanizo. Going side by side, he gets the move done and dusted. Very nice. Now he just needs to get past the last roadblock in Watanabe. And then he's got Formula Fish. But unfortunately, that's probably where his race ends. I don't think he'll catch Tudor or Ozgokan. I think they are out of the question. So Major Shot still needs to box though. So probably I would say he's going to come in now. Go on the soft tyres, set the fastest lap, and hopefully he can catch back up to probably P15. He should stay in P15, sorry. With the TV's 10 seconds behind, so. Broadside gets it done on Watanabe. Sorry, I didn't see that. So now he's going to chase down Formula Fish. And then that's probably where it would finish. With 3 laps remaining. Yeah, it's brilliant strategy. 100%. Especially with these lesser laps. That's 100% the correct call. Especially for Ulfenhof. Ulfenhof came from P20, so that's a brilliant effort. Just to box early and pretty much undercut everyone by a pit stop. And we knew that what was going to happen with the McLarens, with them both right next to each other. One was going to hold up the rest of the pack, so brilliant work. The Aston reserve goes wide. He will make P3. Yeah, without a doubt. That's where it will end though. I don't think he'll get any further. He'll need to kill off 3.3 in 2 laps. Which is not... And plus make a move to get P2. So he's had a really good race. Unfortunate that everyone else had a better race, eh? So as it stands, 2 laps of racing left. Ozgokan in P1, Tudor in P2. Broadstar, who was leading, down into P3. Trying to knock off this time. He's knocked off 0.5, so he's trying to. Formula Fish is in P4. Watanabe P5. Ulfenhof P6. Calfaniza P7. You got Poms for the win in P8. You got Squash Josh now catching him in P9. Aussie Minero, unfortunately, doing the team play though, holding up everyone down in P10. So hopefully he can probably close that gap and try and get to Poms, or Squash can hold up Poms to get that 1 extra point. Unfortunately, this Aston driver is losing multiple spots now. Magic Shot went to mediums, so he had no softs left. He should still be able to get that fastest lap though, although Bremer is coming out the pits on those brand new softs down in P20. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you'd have to be unlucky to lose P1 and P2 now to Broadstar especially. As we are about to get our last lap underway, Ozgokan is just having an absolutely race. A very good race. He's got enough battery in the world to be able to contest anyone. So he'll, unless he has a moment, he'll win this. You got Tudor. That is a Mercedes going slow. Scoob. It's got going again. Let's teammate by. So unfortunately, not the Not the race for the Mercedes as Gerbot and Magic Shot go side by side. Magic Shot gets the job done. He still has to get past with Matif for that position. As we go back up to the top. Minero has closed that gap now to Poms, so he'll get that one extra point. Potentially, if Coda can pull his finger out a little bit, he may also get an extra point from Poms. Yeah, I would assume so, but I don't know if it would count down there. I don't know how fast lap works here. Yeah, 10 second will get removed, but there's nothing you can do. Like, he's 20 seconds behind P19. He ain't scoring points here. Not for this race anyway. As Oz Gokhan is coming down the last sector. Broadside has done a tremendous effort to try and claw back this margin, but fortunately it's too big of a hill to climb, especially with the drivers he was behind. As Squash Josh is looking to make moves down the back of this pack here. Squash Josh looks for the move up the inside. Oh, he gets given the space. Can he make it done? Oz Gokhan will come around the last corner in P1. Brilliant effort. Two-door in P2. Broadside P3. Formula Fish. And Oof coming around with Watanabe and Squash. Oh, he got a lot. Oh, he almost gets it. That is so close. And a good reserve drive by the Aston in P14. Magic Shot should pull home P15. With those newer tyres, he'll just get the better release. And gets home in P15. And unfortunately, with Matif, Gerbot, Max Boy, Scoob, and Bremer, all finishing outside the points. But that was insane. Very, very close finish from Squash, Josh, and Watanabe. Very, very close. As the Mercedes has crashed across the line. Bremer coming around the final corner. Don't know if that was the fastest lap. May have been the fastest lap, but wouldn't count anyway. I don't think it would count in P20. Brilliant strategy call though from Oz Gokhan and Tudor. So we've got Oz Gokhan P1, Tudor P2, Broadside P3, Formula Fish, Uffenhoof, Carfaniza, Watanabe, Skoshosh, Osminera, and Poms running out the top 10 with Coda, Camilo, Shifty, Dr. Mitz, Magic Shot with Matif, Gerbot, Maxiboy, Scoob, Bremer bringing home the fastest lap. Watanabe has left the session. I don't think he realizes that we've got a double session here, boys. So I don't think he should be leaving the session because we're going to get underway again. And there you have it. So hopefully everyone has their setup saved. Otherwise, it's going to be a very interesting race. As we get underway, Gerbot has retired. Which again is probably that couple quality bands that he received. Watanabe has retired. Which I don't know why he's retired. Probably invalidating his first couple corners. Broadstar again is in the lead of this this qualifying, of course. So we'll stay on board of him until he loses P1. So coming into the back sector, sector 2. It's got a lot of battery to play with still. Goes into the next DRS zone, going flat out. You got Bremer, Uffenhof, Tudor, Aussie Minero all fighting, and Poms as well, fighting that P4 position. Broadside and Bremer are just in a world of their own at the moment. But then it's pretty much a free-for-all from then down. Aban is also reserving for the kicks now. So With Matif has pulled out due to the tyre wear at this track. On controller on reverse is disgusting. Is it better now? Let me know if I need to turn it up. As Broadstar sets a fast slap, Bremer goes P2, Coda goes P3, Uffenhof P4, Aussie Monero P5. Maxi Boy in P6, Camilo P7, Squash Josh P8, Poms for the win P9, Carl Finiza running at top 10 with both of the kicks 11-12, Magic Shot 13th, 14th for the Formula Fish, 15th for Shifty Wizard, and Oz Gokhan yet to set a lap, so I assume he's had a massive moment somewhere. I couldn't even get down to him, so there you have it. So, the qualifying time was 1:25.9 by Broadstar with Bremer 1:26.1. A bit of a gap to P3 and 4 who are very tight, very close to each other. Osmanero P5, Maxiboy P6, Camilo, Squash, Poms, Carl running at top 10. And that is your order with 2 DSQs and 2 retirements. I don't know why Watanabe retired. I assume he didn't put his setup on, which may be the case. I don't think he's got a quali ban, but we'll have to just wait and see. As we're only going to get 13 laps here, which is going to make things very interesting. As again, it looks cloudy, but obviously last one was cloudy, no rain, so probably expecting no rain again. You'd be very unlucky to have rain. Everyone's starting to pick their strategy, so no one's ready up yet, which is good. So what tyres are we going to see? We're going to see medium to hard, we're going to see soft to medium, medium to soft. It's going to be a very interesting call. Not really expecting a safety car here. You don't really expect it here. It's not really a track for it, like unless someone's come to a halt in at the end of the lap, spun up in the last corner, as it's pretty wide track to hit the wall. So I would expect to see not really many safety cars at all, if there is any. But we have seen one in each tier, I believe, so far. I know mine had it, and the man himself in the chat put it into the pit lane wall. So we get 5 red lights, and we are off and gone. I've already seen there's a soft tyre on the grid, so that is, yep, half the strategy is people on softs, half are on mediums. So as we get through turns 1 and 2, everyone's going side by side. They all get it very done. Someone goes on the grass, goes back on. We've got a Ferrari in the back around. That's Watanabe. I assume he is definitely the one without the setup, so he'd be going around for practice tonight, it would appear. Broadstar's already created that gap. It's out to 0.9, almost a second. Bremer's trying to close him in. He's got Wolfenhoof and the Haas of Coda right behind, Aussie Monero. But again, they're half the grid's on mediums, half the grid's on softs. So this is going to be very interesting because will people be looking to undercut? Will people be looking to go mediums to hards? What is going to be the strategy call here? A bit of action down the back here. We've got Scoob and Jerobot fighting side by side. Scoob goes around the outside while Scoob stays the inside. Does he go for a switchback? No, he does not. So they keep positions. P17, P18 will go to the position changes. Not really many have changed apart from Magic Shot up 4. A barn and two-door going way wide. So he'll re-enter the track right behind Dr. Mitz. Whether or not he came into contact with his teammate would be, don't think they did. Just probably just had missed his braking zone. As there you go, Broadstar is already out of that DRS. So now Bremer is going to be under a lot of pressure from Wolfenhoof and Coda, especially for this DRS zone. Wolfenhoof opens up that DRS. He will not have the pace to get it done. As they are all going the reverse way of Maggots and Beckets. beer instead. How's that, hey? Instead of a water. So Broadstar is in the lead, but Bremer has pulled in that gap, so he's now right on the back of Broadstar. Uvenhof in P3, he's just hanging on to Bremer at the moment. So there's still a train from P1 all the way down to P8. Squash Josh is the end of that train. Magic Shot trying to catch the back of Squash Josh. He is on yellow fuel light, so he's going to be probably having the save at the end. Very interesting. As Oz Gokhan's already in the box. So that's a very interesting call, unless he's got damage. Maybe he's going hard all the way to the end. You've got Tudor as well in the box. You've got Watanabe in the box. So we'll go back up while they're changing their tyres. No one really looking to make moves here. Except for Poms and Magic Shot. Poms overtakes Magic Shot. Gerbot and Scoob are still fighting for position. Gerbot gets the move done. Watanabe goes hards. Tudor goes hards. Oz Gokhan goes mediums. Believe that may be damage, or he'll be looking to go to the end. You can go to the end now. It's about 5.7 a lap, if I'm not mistaken, or 4.7 a lap. So they'll definitely go to the end. They'll be hurting, but at least you'll be able to try and get back up there. Shifty looking to make a move on Carfaneza. Carfaneza thinks, no, you definitely are not making a move, so he blocks it off. And yeah, he's not going to make a move here now, unfortunately. Ooh, looking to it. So Camilo and Ozzy look like they're fighting. Coda and Uffenhoof. Uffenhoof decides to box. So he's doing the undercut. Now what is the tyre of choice? What are we going to see here? Are we going to see the mediums or are we going to see the hards? Formula Fish. Scoob picks up a 10-second penalty for spinning the pits. That does catch people out, this pit lane. Unfortunately, they don't realise the speed that you have to come in on, and they speed right in. So he's chosen the mediums. As I said, they will go to the end, without a doubt. So here's to see if he can make it work and maybe try and catch the DRS of Broadstar and Bremer with the undercut. So the other soft tyres such as Broadstar, Camilo, Poms and Aban and Gerbot probably would be looking to box at about lap 5, I'd say, 4 to 5. The McLarens are both on medium, so one of them have to make up their mind on who's going to go in first for softs, or do they go into hards. But I believe you're probably better going a different strategy than your partner, because that's just going to hurt your race tremendously, especially with only 13 laps here. At the reverse Britain Grand Prix, as it looks like they're thinking of going to the box. No, well, one does, Broadstar does, but Bremer obviously have to continue on those mediums. Camilo also continues on. Ozzy Monero boxes off those mediums. Pons boxes. Aban does exactly what he did exactly what Mini Giorgio did and smacked the pit wall. So he's obviously come in too hot, slammed the brakes, and while trying to slow it down, he's smacked the pit wall. So again, this actually hurts Broadstar, because those in front can box pretty much for free and get away with it. They will be getting a free pit stop. I'd probably be going to hards now, considering. If I was at the top 4, top 5, definitely be going hards. Yeah, 100%. It's perfect time for the top 5. Like, Gerbot will probably only lose, realistically, 1 position, 2 positions. So, brilliant time. Unfortunately, those behind, who did box earlier, will definitely lose out. And we're going to get a couple laps under safety car as well, so we're going to be waiting a while, unfortunately. Probably by like lap 8 we'll get going again, when they're going on to lap 8. As what are we going to see? Are we going to see them box? They should all be boxing. I would be boxing 100% for hards if you're on the mediums, or mediums if you're on the softs, because you're going to have 2 laps under safety car conditions as he gets the car pulled to a stop. Coda comes in. So both of the Haas's will have to double stack. That won't really hurt as much under safety car conditions. He will lose out a spot though to probably Broadstar. Gerbot comes in as well. He's just humming and ahhing where that pit lane entry is. Broadstar is coming around the main straight now. Now, is he able to jump these guys in front? Bremer and Coda look like they're coming out. Who gets out? Does Broadstar get in the front, or does Bremer get in front? It's looking like Broadstar is going to take the lead, although Bremer's got the foot flat to the floor. Oh, that is... I don't even know who's got it. Oh, it's definitely Broadstar. Definitely Broadstar. There you have it. So, Gerbot falling down to P13. You've got Squash Josh going to softs. That is an interesting call. Although you're only going to have about 4 laps of racing, 5 laps of racing, once everyone catches up. I don't know if the safety car will wait for everyone. Should. So as it stands, the teams that have benefited, both Alpines are in really good spots, both McLarens are in really good spots, both Haas's. And the Visa Cash Ups aren't in a too bad of a spot there, P9 and P11. Broadstar obviously in a really good spot. And you got the Lone Williams sitting there in P6. So we're going to go to position changes now. We'll see who's lost out here. So Aussie Monero down 3, Uffenhof down 5, Maxi Boy down 4, Ozgokhan up 5, Magic Shot up 1, Gerbot up 4, Dr. Mitz up 5. Yeah, that's all it takes. The safety car just ruins the majority of people's strategies, and it's unfortunate. You'd think you're on the right call, which, in my opinion, the soft to medium is the right call, and especially boxing a bit earlier than everyone. It's definitely the right call. But unfortunately, someone's mistake, such as Aban's mistake hitting the pit wall, not realizing where the line is and trying to pull the car up and braking heavily and losing it into there, unfortunately brings out the safety car. As I said, this track is not really the most known for safety cars because it's so wide. You don't really see many people absolutely being it into a wall, unless it's either on purpose or have lost complete control of their wheel. So on the downside, you've got one Visa who's down 5 spots, but then on the plus side, you've got one Visa who's up 5 spots. So not a bad place though for the Visas, P9 and P11. They have the pace to be higher. Obviously, Uffenhof being the championship leader, definitely has the pace. We should be going underway racing again soon. This lap, I would say. So 7 heading onto 8. So we'll go on board with Bremer and see if he gets caught napping like Squash Josh did in the first. So we've got a very, very mixed tyre grid here. I think the one who's going to be feeling it at the end will be Squash Josh, and I believe he will probably fall down about P11. Unless he's able to hold those softs, but those softs will be absolutely cooked by the end. You start feeling him by about 4 laps in, so we'll have to wait and see. So Bremer is going side by side very roughly, trying trying not to get caught off guard, but everyone goes to about a snail's crawl now. He just slightly taps the back of the Red Bull, and they're off and gone. Now he has to burn a little bit to stay in touch with Northstar, because he did get caught a little bit napping. Coda got caught napping though, 7.9. And the rest are going off and gone. Looks like that's the Williams thinking of a move on Josh. And same with the Haas on the Williams actually. It's fighting side by side, which brings in a four-way battle. And Offenhof says, thank you very much. I'll be taking multiple spots here. And off his way up into P6, oh no, and then they've made contact and he's back down to P8. Which now has affected their races, because now DRS is out of reach from P5. That's music to Josh's ears. We've got moves at the back, so obviously the Aston swapping positions. The reserve driver giving it up for the main driver, which is good to see. Don't really want to see teammates battling. Got Coda right on the back of the Alpine. He goes for the dive. He's thinking of it. He's thinking of it. He's leaving the space. It's there. It's still there, but he backs out of it. Probably a good call there. But then he's going back into it, burning everything he has. No, he backs out again. He falls back in line. They've both got Poms behind him with Josh on those softs, so he'll be rapid right now. I'd be probably just letting him by and get him right at the end. As there's still battles happening all the way down the grid here. As we go across the line, DRS is now back enabled. So everyone is in a DRS train right now. Managed to crawl their way back into it, which is good. Does he have damage? Let's have a look. More than likely, yes he has. He's missing his left end plate. Potential right end plate as well. No, he's missing his left. And Formula Fish has just lost a spot to Scoob. Go back up towards the top. We've got DRS now, so DRS will be activated down this back sector. Two-door Magic Shot. Battling it out. As we go on board with Carl Finisa watching the battle. As they're coming up to Sector 2. They're still side by side. We'll stay on board with Carl Finisa to watch this battle. Oh, Carl Finisa goes off. Going a bit of farming. He's gone absolutely to the farms. And has lost out of position to Montanavi. So, very unfortunate for him. We'll go back up towards the top. Josh is looking to make a move on the Haas in front of him, on those obviously the newer softs, but again, they will fall off in about a lap or two time. So he just needs to try and make up as many positions as possible and then hold on. Carl Finisa gets a move done on Watanabe. Watanabe goes for the switchback, gets it done. But has a snap. Carl Finisa goes through, and so does the Mercedes of Scoob. So excellent moves happening there. Excellent side-by-side action. It's good to see everyone's leaving enough space for each other. So we've still got a DRS train from P1 all the way down to P12. Unfortunately, Magic Shot with that battling with two-door through Sector 2 has unfortunately cost them a fair bit of time, but it was really good racing. I love to see it. This is where Josh's tyres will start to hurt. Oh, as we see, that's Poms going off of the track. He's going to come he came unghosted at probably the worst time Magic Shot could have asked for, but luckily enough for Magic Shot, it was ghosted just enough. As he does look to make the move back on two-door, but two-door is still holding it out. He dives back in. Side by side, there is cautions in Sector 1. It would be Sector 1. And that was no idea who that was. But we're going to go back up to the top. So Camilo's unfortunately dropped out of the DRS. So it's now a four-way battle for this lead. Scoob and Carl Finisa battling. Scoob gets a move done. Watanabe is trying to get in on this action. Carl Finisa after his off-the-road antics just before. He's trying to hold on to P16. He's got no battery to play with though. Scoob has plenty, so does Watanabe. So, Watanabe even goes off wide there as well. So, everyone's not really liking this track as much. Let's go back up the grid. Uffenhoof looking to close that gap now to Aussie Monero. Oz Gokhan is now at the P10, so he was in P11 at that safety car restart. So both of the V's is up a couple spots, which is good to see. Bremer is close to Broadstar. Josh is still hanging on to the back of Coda. He just needs to keep hanging on. I don't think he can battle for position here, but as long as he holds on, it'll be a very good outing from the Squashy Joshy himself. As Camilo is 2.1 seconds behind them. So whether he's trying to back him up for his teammate to just fight it out and he's just holding that position. And we're starting to see gaps here. Gerbot's unfortunately 2.7 away. You've got 2.4 seconds to Magic Shot. Although Tudor is getting really close to the back of Magic Shot. Maybe he's looking for a move sooner rather than later. Oz Gokhan has now lost DRS to Maxi Boy. Can he get back to it? He certainly does. And he will get... Maxi Boy has now lost DRS to Shifty Wizard. Can he get back to it? Otherwise he'll be under attack from Oz Gokhan. He certainly does get back to it. Just... Oh no, he doesn't. He will not be in it. Watanabe is our first penalty receiver. Oh, no, he did reach it. My bad. He did actually get there. Somehow. Didn't think he was actually in it. So again, as I said, Josh on those 6-lap old softs, he can make to the end. They will be absolutely shot to the wall. Tudor and Maxi Shot are still going at it again. 3 Maggots and Beckett's. They're closing in on Gerbot though. They just need to not fight as much through that section and they might be alright. Oz Gokhan unfortunately has lost the DRS, but still P10 is P10. Good points. Looks like Tudor, the Magic Shot has either had a moment and Poms and Scoob have gotten past. Carfaneza is now looking for a move to get back on Magic Shot. To get up to the P15. He's burning his battery. Is he close enough? Magic Shot turns off his battery. He's not close enough for a move. He might make a late dive here. No, he thinks better of it. As we are now on the final lap of the race. Yes, it is already the final lap of the race. Very quick and easy. As Carfaneza and Magic Shot are fighting heavily side by side to start their last lap. So they have now dropped DRS to P14, so that's going to be a fight to the finish for that last point. We'll go back up towards the top. So it's a 4-way battle for the lead. Unfortunately, now Josh's tyres have just shit the bed. So he's just looking to hold on to that P4, so just bring it home safely and he'll be alright. You've got Coda and Bremer with Broadstar leading. Broadstar, I don't think is going to hand this one up now. He got absolutely screwed over the first race, and I believe it's not going to happen again. He should be able to bring this home in one piece, but a brilliant and valiant effort from the likes of Bremer and Coda. Josh is hanging in, but his battery is absolutely depleted. Camilo is flashing red, so he'd be hoping the checkered flag comes out sooner rather than later. And Poms is out. Poms has absolutely binned it. So that brings both of Carfaneza and Magic Shot. Oh my god, there's a 4-way tussle. We'll go back up to the top because the leader is about to bring it home. And I'll hopefully try and get on board with that 4-way battle for the last point. Broadstar brings home P1, Bremer P2, Coda P3, Squash Josh P4, Camilo P5, Aussie P6, Ulfanov P7, Shifty Wizard P8, Maxi Boy P9, Ozgokhan P10. Gerbot will be in P11, Tudor will be in P8, P12, Scoob P13, Formula Fish P14. They're going to come side by side. Magic Shot and Carfaneza. Carfaneza gets it. He has multiple 10-second penalties though, so he'll be pushed down. Magic Shot will, in a sense, finish in P15. I'd assume he could probably get that removed though. So probably expect to see Carfaneza after the stewards go back up. And there you have it. that was your race done and dusted. So Broadside P1, Josh bringing home the fastest lap. Bremer P2, Coda P3, Grosjosh P4, Camilo in P5, Aussie Minero, Ufanuf, Shifty Wizard, Maxi Boy, and Oz Gokhan running out the top 10. With Gerbot, Tudor, Scoob, Formula Fish, Magic Shot rounding out the top 15. And unfortunately, the likes of the Dr. Mitz, Watanabe, Carfaniza, Poms, and Aban crashing out. But yeah, not having the best of races, but there we have it. That was pretty decent effort from everyone, considering it's a reverse track. And if just anyone needs, there's your race director. I could do interviews. I can probably only do Discord interviews.